This single road has been the home for 5 refugee families for 18 years. It nestles within the British military base of Dekelia. The asbestos-ridden prefab buildings have seen better days. It used to be known as Richmond Village. Today, it's not on any map. There is no postcode, no letters get delivered, and no buses stop here anymore.
When we came here, we came as start over, beginning of life.
Back in the days, this place was really promising, you know? It was a wonderland.
They told us, stay here until we take you England, and we was very happy.
October 1998 was when Taj Bashir, who was fleeing Sudan, became a hero. He and 74 others from Iraq, Syria and Ethiopia had boarded an old fishing boat in Lebanon in the hope of making it to Italy. But it began to sink off the coast of Cyprus.
Parents, they were crying, holding the kids, and moms, they're holding kids, and most of them are crying, actually. And, you know, it was a very, very terrible.
He clambered up a cliff and found himself on the British territory and military base of Akrotiri.
All of a sudden, I've seen like a police, army police, walking around, and he was like, what the hell, where you come from, this area? I start explaining to him, we are in the boat and we need help, and we have those people that are down there and they can't get out, and we need really help. And he explained to me that we are safe, we are in a British base.
Everybody was rescued, detained, and then housed. They were told it would only be temporary. But since then, time has stood still. What has it been like living here? Day after day, week after week? Month after month?
Yes, it was, the beginning it was with very hope, big hope for a good start for life. And then we start losing these hopes day after day, week after week. So many things have been missed out because of our living here.
No one here at the moment has any future. The children are oblivious to the fact their lives are in limbo. Every day they get meals on wheels, supplied by the base, paid for by the British government. Today it's chicken and chips with tomato sauce.
You know, when you start off as a kid, you don't really bother with everything that's happening around you. As long as you've got the meal that your mother feeds you, you've got the kids that are outside, you've got that TV show waiting in the room, you don't have to worry about anything. But by the time you go through life and you start growing up, before you realize it, you see that, you know, you're still at the same place. Nothing has changed. You've just grown older, and you're only stuck with memories of the past.
18 years ago, Emmanuel was born on the base, the son of an Ethiopian mother and a Sudanese dad. In the past, times were good. There was a thriving school, a playground and a sports field, all funded by the British government. Now, that's all in ruins. So do you remember coming here?
Yes, yeah.
How old were you? What were you doing? Your own children were coming here?
Yes, Emmanuel, he used to come here. And I used to come to bring him to the playground here, to play with him sometimes here.
Funding stopped after the UK and Cyprus signed an agreement in 2003, where boat refugees became the island's responsibility. But not these people. The deal could not be backdated. Instead, the British government offered incentives, including payments and refugee status, to resettle in Cyprus. They refused. The offer came with no written guarantees. At the same time, the village was allowed to deteriorate as part of an attempt, it's claimed, to drive the refugees off the base and into Cyprus. Why didn't you get out?
I didn't expect that's going to happen. I didn't expect going to happen like that. I was full hope that things going to go for the better. And it was going to go by the proper way.
For the better,
Yeah.
you mean
Yeah.
coming to the UK?
Coming to UK, settle down, having my proper life, going to a job, participate in the society, doing as everybody's doing.
The military base has its own schools, yet Cyprus is educating these children, and it's providing some health care, but that's as far as it goes. Its government has told Channel 4 News that under international law, all the families are the UK's responsibility. But the Home Office denies this, and the courts have accepted that the refugees have no automatic right to come to the UK. So the families' lawyers have flown over from London. Tessa Gregory is preparing their final submission to the UK's Supreme Court.
Hello. Hi, Reggie. How
Their
are
fate
you?
now lies in the hands of judges they have never met, in a court they have never been to, in a promised land they have never reached.
So we're just going to ask you some more questions today about how things have been over the last year or so.
Are you bringing them false hope this time round?
I don't think so. You know, I have no guarantees, but the Supreme Court has found that the Refugee Convention does comply here as a matter of law, and that the UK owes obligations to these people as refugees, and now there's a question of how that can be discharged.
Not everyone from the shipwreck 20 years ago has survived this international stalemate. Azgu died from cancer and her 7-year-old daughter Bete from a brain tumour. Her sister had no rights to buy the burial site, so it was paid for by the British.
I don't have anyone family, only she's my family, and it was hard. Every time go hospital, come, it wasn't easy. It was a very difficult time.
Do you still want to fight?
Yes, because now not anymore for me, because when I come I was young, 20 years ago. Now I am 42 years old, and so many years of my life is gone. Now I'm fighting for my son, the truth. About me, I don't care. I'm fighting for him. I don't want my life, what happened for me, to happen for him.
You can see how people are changing. People are dying, people are stressed out, people are staying in the home. And then you see kids coming more and you're like, these kids will live the same thing too.
Every evening there is the coffee shop ritual. They gather on the road and talk. The conversation is much the same every night. For the 27 parents and children, this street has become the measure of their ambitions, and only a British court can change that.
Simon Israel. Now, we did approach the Ministry of Defence and the Home Office for an interview, but both declined. A Home Office spokesman said it would be inappropriate to comment on ongoing legal proceedings.